Hello everyone. Today we're going to do simple page layout design using Adobe Illustrator. So we're going to design 3 pages. Um, the first cover page design like this, and then 2 page spread. Okay. Please download the images from the link I provided in my description. You're going to download all the images we're using here. So please don't forget to subscribe and set the notification for my latest video and hit the like button. Then let's get started. Okay, so first let's create a new Illustrator document. So open the new document and under print tab, choose the tabloid or just the enter this number 17 inches by 11 inches. That's the tabloid size paper. So create it. Okay. We're gonna need 2 artboard. So this is the first one, and please open the artboard panel. If you do not see this, it is under Windows menu and artboards. And create another new artboard number 2, and back to artboard number 1, and then click on this, the little paper icon. We're gonna change the size this is gonna be cover page 8.5 by 11 inch. Okay, so let me zoom out. So we have 2 artboards, one for the cover and the second one is gonna be 2 page spread. So before we start importing images and then adding some text, we're gonna make some kind of very basic guidelines. So first, Command R or Control R, open the ruler, and then also if you do not see this the inch units, please make sure you change the unit to inches. So place your mouse cursor on the ruler, hold on the Control or right click, and you can choose you can change your ruler units. Okay, so first page is okay. For the second one, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit like this. Maybe one more. Okay, and then I'm gonna set that top left corner as a 0 point. So place your mouse cursor on that corner, keep pressing your mouse button and drag it up to that corner. Then you will see that that's the 0 point. So we're gonna need several guidelines. I'm gonna leave about a ½ inch margin all around. So let me place my mouse cursor on the left side ruler. Keep pressing your mouse button and drag it. I'm gonna stop on ½ inch there. I will have another guideline from top to the bottom. So place your mouse cursor on the top ruler. Keep pressing and drag it down to ½ inch mark there. Okay, zoom out. I'm gonna need same thing on that side. So another guideline from there on right, and then also on the bottom as well. ½ inch from the bottom. Okay, so we have this. Then now I need to have the kind of center line because this is going to be 2 page spread. So the total length is the 17 inches. So half is the 8.5. So another vertical guidelines on 8.5 inch. Okay, and then we need to have some the margin in between. So I'm gonna have another 1/4 inch from the center there and 1/4 inch from the center on the right. So it's gonna be total ½ inch. Okay, all right. And then also, since I'm going to have, as I showed you at the very beginning, we're going to have a kind of 2 text columns. So we need to divide it too. So I'm gonna move my 0 point to here. Then from there, let me zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna have my guidelines on 3¼ so this is 3, 3½, and 3¼ there, 3¾ and another quarter. Okay, and then I'm gonna have the same thing here. Okay, so from there, let me move my 0 point again to there. So 3½ and 3¾ then another 1/4 inch. Okay, so this is kind of a very basic settings, very common basic settings of the page spread, page layout. Okay, so I'm ready. Now let's do something for the first cover page first. So first, let me show you my finished version. Inside dance, and then the dancers here and some very simple text. So first we need this dancer, this main image. So please open this image, you download this file, and then we just need to extract this dancer out of this background. So first I'm going to unlock this layer, and then there are several different ways of selecting this person, this dancer. The easiest way is, let me choose the quick selection tool, quick selection brush, and select subject. Then it does pretty good job. There are a few spots I need to adjust. So let me zoom in, see here. So on this time, let me choose the add selection tool. Let me just add like that. Okay, here too. Here. So I'm going to the fast forward. Okay, so it looks good, but I still need to subtract this selection. So let me choose this minus selection tool. Okay, so I think I'm okay with this. So let me copy and go to Illustrator, the new file, and let me just paste it. So I got him here. Okay, looks good. Now it's time to have the logo inside dance. So this is actually the real or the magazine's title. So first let me type the word dance, and then my typographic choice was character. I was using like the Caviar Dreams and bold italic, so you can find the kind of any similar typeface, and then maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a 72 point, and a little closer. And dance. Okay, looks good. Then let me create outline under type menu and create outlines. Then let me zoom in. I'm going to choose with the direct selection tool, the white arrow. Select the top left corner anchor point and bottom left corner anchor point by holding down the shift key. So only these two anchor points are selected, and click shift and expand it, maybe up to that point. So inside dance. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so it's getting close. Okay, then let me type the word inside. Inside is gonna be white text, and then it's gonna be a little bit smaller and just a regular. And I'm not gonna change the tracking, so 0, and yep, bit smaller, 60. So inside dance. Okay. Okay, and then let me move this thing down a little bit, and as you can see that the text is kind of covering this dancer. So select the dancer, go to object menu, arrange it, and bring to front. So we have a text behind him. Okay, now I want to change the background color, something like this. Okay, so let me draw one kind of a rectangle covering the whole page, and just to apply this, just a regular black and white gradient on your fill. Then go to object menu, arrange it, and send to back, like this. Okay, so maybe we can use this color, but I was using different one. So white 2, I was using kind of a dark brown, or like that. And then also let me zoom out. I changed the direction, so gradient tool from top to bottom, like that. So that's the color I was using. Okay, now I added some text, so it's a kind of a bulleted list, kind of articles of this magazine, these issues. So let me just copy this and let me paste it there. Okay, and then also have another text on the bottom, copy, and I'm gonna just paste it there. So my cover is done. Inside dance, and then 4 different kind of a list, and then a contemporary dance, the hidden language of the soul on the bottom. I'm gonna have that on the line. Okay, so my first page is done. Now the second page, the 2-page spread, second and the third. Okay, so we're gonna do it step by step from the top left to this bottom right. So first I'm gonna draw one kind of a rectangle. Any color is fine. Let me use just black. Let me zoom in. I'm gonna start from the top left corner, and let me draw a rectangle, maybe about that size. About that size. Okay, then let me switch my tool to add anchor point tool, plus pen tool, and I'm gonna add a new anchor point on the bottom center there. Then choose anchor point tool, choose that anchor point, keep pressing and drag it, maybe something like this. Okay, now I'm going to insert the image in this shape. So go to File, place it, and please open that image I provided. Choose the number 2, place it, and drag it a little bit bigger, something like that, so it goes on top of your shape. We're gonna move it to behind. So go to Object menu, arrange, send to back. So now, as you can see it, this image is covered by this black shape. So select image, hold down the shift key, select the top object 2 at the same time, then go to object menu, clipping mask, and make it. So we have that. Okay, now next, I want to have the text contemporary dance. Let me type the same word. Contemporary dance. And then there was the typeface I was using, and then the style was using the bold and white. Let me place it there. I may make it a little bit bigger than that. It's a 60 points, so let me set to 72. And then also the white text is kind of a little bit kind of a fading. Doesn't have the enough and the good enough contrast level. So under effect, I'm selecting my text first. Under effect menu and stylize and drop shadow. Yep. So it looks good. Okay, so I have a title. Now next, I need that the subheading. What is a contemporary dance? So let me just copy this. You can type it. I'm gonna just make a copy and paste it to save time. So what is contemporary dance? There. Next thing is we're gonna need to create these 2 text column. So first thing is I'm choose your type tool and set your typographic choice. I'm going to choose just the times, and then times regular 10 point type size. And then let me draw text block like that. And your paragraph options, please choose that justified. So it looks like this. And then select your first text column, and then make it shorter, like about that size. As I do this, you see that there's a kind of a red kind of a square on the bottom, meaning there are some missing text. So click on that red square. You see that? Now your mouse cursor has the kind of missing text. Attach it right next to your mouse cursor. So I'm going to place it right on top on the same line and drag it. See? Now these 2 text blocks are linked together. Okay. The next thing is, as you can see here, I added some the kind of big dropped the capital letters. We call that a drop cap. Adobe Illustrator doesn't have the function for the drop cap, so what we can do is, let me zoom in. Yeah, this is the just placeholder text, is dummy text. Delete the first letter. I'm gonna draw 1 square about that size. We can change it later. Something like this. And then set your fill color to nothing. Then still that invisible square is selected. Go to object menu and text wrap and make it. See? Now I'm gonna type the first drop cap. Let me say the letter T. This drop cap is kind of the very good indicator showing that, okay, this is the beginning of a new paragraph or new article, something like that. So some old books like the Once Upon a Time or this drop cap has a function, like I said, indicating, but also at the same time it has some ornamental decorational function too. So T, I'm gonna change my text color to red, and let me make this text size a little bit bigger, about that size. Move it up a little bit. Okay, so it looks good. I want to fill this area with the placeholder text as well. So fill with placeholder text. Okay, so it looks good. Now next, I have two small images. Let me draw the other image box first, image area. The one here, I'm gonna make a copy of this by holding down the option, click and drag it like this. Then next is I need to import these two images. So go to File, Place, choose number 3 and number 4, place it, and then just drag it. The first one a little bit wider, and the second one a little bit wider, like that. And then in order to apply the mask effect on these two images, we need to move those two images. We need to send to back. Okay, so on these two black square, the rectangles on top. So select the first one, and then your first image, object, clipping mask, and make it. And the second one, same way, object, clipping mask, and make it. Make sure when you apply this, the masking, your image, the shape has to be on top of your image. Okay, so we're getting in there. Now we need to do the last page here. Okay, so I'm gonna copy the title, Modern versus Contemporary Dance. Let me copy this, and then let me paste it there. Okay, and then like we did, there are two text columns as well. So I'll do the same thing. Choose that. Make sure my type size is a 10 point and times regular. Let me draw the first text column like this. Oops. Okay. And then let me make it a little shorter like I did. You see that the red square, click there. Now we see that kind of attach the text and drag it like this. Okay, so it looks good. I'm gonna fill this with the placeholder text again. Okay, and then I'm gonna move it, make it a little longer like that. So it looks good so far. Now I'm gonna have a second second drop cap. Let me delete that like I did. The second drop cap was the letter S. So let's do the same thing. So let me zoom in that area. Let me draw one square about that size. Set the fill color and then a stroke color to nothing, so that's invisible. And under object menu, text wrap and make it. Okay, so it looks good. I'm gonna push this a little up. Little down. Okay. Now I'm gonna have the other letter S. So I'm gonna maybe use the same typeface. Let me copy this, paste it. I'm gonna have that there, but this time let me change the letter to capital S. So let me place it there. So I have the second drop cap. So it looks good so far. Okay. Next thing is, as you can see that I inserted the one kind of the circular images in the middle. So let me draw a circle in the middle of these two text blocks. So I'm choosing my circle tool, ellipse tool, and placing in the middle here. Hold down the Option, click, Shift, and drag it like that. And then I'm gonna have fill color nothing and the stroke color just like this. Okay, then let me place image number 5 about that size. Okay, so in order to apply the mask, this image needs to be behind the shape. So go to Object menu, Arrange, Send to Back. Okay, so it looks good. I want to have him in the circle like that. So now select the image, hold down the Shift key, select your circle, then Object, Clipping Mask, and make it. See? So he's trapped in the circle, in the bubble. Now select your shape, your image area, and Object menu, and Text Wrap, and make it. Yeah. Just like this. Okay, and then also I want to fill this text block with your placeholder text. Okay, so we're getting in there. The next, I added some quote. So let me just copy and paste it. Copy and paste it there. Okay. And then this is the last one. As you can see that I have another kind of a text wrapping around this dancer. Okay. So first, let me copy this contemporary dance schools, the third subheadings. Copy that. Let me paste it here. Okay. Then now we need this image here. Okay. So first, let me go to Photoshop, open this image I provided. That is number 6. Okay, so we just need to select this lady only. Same way, let me unlock this layer. I'm going to use the quick selection tool and select subject. I think we are pretty lucky. Yeah, it does pretty good job. So let me copy this lady, this dancer, and back to Illustrator. And let me paste her somewhere there, like that. Okay. Then next thing is I'm gonna draw another text column. Let me double check my type size and everything's fine, and let me draw text block like that. Okay. Right. And then make sure we're gonna have another drop cap. Let me zoom in. Let me do the same thing. The third drop cap is gonna be a letter C. So let me draw a rectangle, or square, and no fill, no stroke color, invisible square, object menu, and text wrap. Okay, now I'm gonna have the same letter. So let me copy this and this time it's gonna be letter C. Let me place it there. I think I need some little more space. Let me expand it, placing letter C there. Okay, but as you can see that this text goes over this lady, the dancer. Okay, so we need to do something. Okay, so what we can do is now, please choose your regular pen tool. Okay, and then set your fill color to nothing and the stroke color black or any color. It really doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some kind of a really it doesn't have to be super accurate, kind of a rough outline around this dancer. So let me start from there. Just like that. I'll do it just like this. Okay. And then let me just go around kind of roughly and closing there. Make sure this text, this shape has no color now. So no fill and no stroke. Make sure this shape is on top of your text block. Then go to Object menu, Text Wrap, and make it. See? All right. Okay. So it looks okay. And then this kind of blue guidelines a little bothers me. So what you can do is Command semicolon, so you can hide your guidelines. So I can see the layouts. So it looks okay, but I want to do some kind of have some kind of background images like you see here, like this one. So go to File, Place, and then the paper texture I provided, and just place it like that, and then under Object menu, arrange it and send to back. So it's a kind of old paper texture. It looks okay, but it looks kind of too strong. So under transparencies, if you do not see this panel, it is under Windows menu and transparency. Yes. And then let me control the opacity value. Let me try 50 first. I think 50 works. Okay, so I think we are done. We have a cover. We have 2-page spread. Once it is done, normally what I do is I open my links page, and then there are the several linked images. We can just save it, or what I do is select image and I embed images. So these images will be the part of the Illustrator file. Let me select those, embed, and that image, and embed. Okay, so once you're done, save your file. Normally I'm saving as 2 different file formats. So the first one I'm saving as Illustrator file. So layout.ai. So as an AI file, you can revisit this file, and if you need to make some changes or to revise it, you can always do that as a reference. Also, I save as PDF. PDF portable document format. This has a lot of benefits. So you can just send this file to your client or the printer without losing any font or image linked images. So let me open it, and this is a PDF file in Acrobat. So you will see as a PDF file. Okay, so this is my cover, and also this is my 2-page spread. Okay, so that is it. I hope this helped for your project, and then thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.